About tie downs. Everyone say advanced.
Advanced.
This is an advanced training class now. You do not need to know all of this stuff, all right, to be successful in this business. I'm kind of teaching you guys some of the stuff that you don't usually hear. Some of the sales techniques that you have to go through reading lots of books on. All right. I remember the first time I heard this, it changed my life. It will change your life if you didn't already know about this, or if you did and you start applying it. All right. It'll change your home life. It'll change the way you communicate with everyone. Instead of asking people things where they can say no, instead you use a tie down. A tie down is anything, all right, that ends, any word that ends with N''T. Anytime you insert it into a sentence, it makes it more persuasive. It's a lot of fun. And then you can really reinforce it with head nodding stuff. All right, head nodding. You guys agree? All right, now watch this. I'll give you a couple of examples, right here in your notes you can see, but, just focus over here, using words like shouldn't, couldn't, isn't, won't, can't, don't, aren't, wouldn't, stuff like that. Like for instance, instead of saying, hey listen, can you come out to the Thursday night event? And they're going to go, oh no. Say, well hey listen, you don't see any reason why you couldn't make it out there tonight, that Thursday, at 7 p.m., do you? You don't see any reason why you couldn't do that, do you? Do it over the phone too, shake your head. They like transfers from your phone, I tell you. Right? You ask a question, say, for instance, because a lot of people, because here's what it does, it forces them to think of an excuse of why they can't. And if they can't think really quick, all right, and most of the times they won't, especially if they have some bogus reason for not going, what ends up happening is they just go. Like for instance, if I was to say, well Diane, listen, you don't see any reason why you couldn't hop on this website real quick, do you?
No.
Okay, now if she wanted to say yes, now watch this, say yes. Hey listen, you don't see any reason why you couldn't hop on this website real quick, do you?
Yes. I got other things I need to do.
Bingo. But did you see how she felt like she needed to justify that?
Mm-hmm.
So she, okay.
So I pause a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
because it's
I was thinking.
She's got, but it's not a yes or no. It's if she says something I don't want to hear, she's got to explain and give me her excuse or objection. And what's really interesting is most of the times people don't have, they don't have a legitimate reason. Like she's like, yes, I have other things to do. And if I just be quiet, she'll start telling me those things. Everyone say, silence is deadly.
Silence is deadly.
That's probably one of the most powerful closing tools you ever have. Just be silent. If I was just silent after that, she'd start telling me the stuff. She'd be like I have to feed the goldfish and she'd be struggling.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I would do is I would just say, well, you could do that later, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You don't see any reason why you couldn't do that after the event, do you?
No. No.
Great. 7 p.m. Wingate. I'll see you there. Everyone say done.
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 These types of things work for everything in life. Watch, you can use this at home. Wives, you can tell your husbands things. Now they're going to be able to do stuff that they normally would have found an excuse for. Honey, you could change that light bulb, can't you? You don't see any reason why you couldn't get to that right now, do you? You don't see any reason why you couldn't take out that garbage real quick before the game starts, do you? Oh yeah, I can't because I got and then, great. Well, you could probably handle that during the commercial break, couldn't you? I mean, you don't see any reason why you can't, do you? Well, wouldn't you agree that's just a 5-minute task, isn't it? Do you see the wouldn't, the isn't it? Anytime you put N''T in any sentence, it's just dynamic, isn't it? Some of you guys all day are going to be underneath my control, aren't you? Whether you want to or not, you're still going to do it. And I appreciate you guys playing along. But you really wouldn't have much of a choice, would you? It's a subconscious thing, isn't it? All right, let's turn to the next thing. Would you guys agree that that's some pretty powerful stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Are we having fun?
Yes.
That's the most important thing. Look, you have to have fun with this.
Yes.
All right? So that type of stuff, when I started to do that, it revolutionized my life. Like, And it's funny because my friends, when I talk to them, they don't even know that I'm doing it to them whenever I was like, hey, listen, you know, you don't see any reason why you couldn't go out to the movies tonight, do you? Oh, well, you know, I had plans. Oh, your plans? And they got to tell me their plans, and I go, well, you could just do that afterwards, couldn't you? It's great. It's great. I'm telling you, listen, your conversations with people are going to flow from now on because you're no longer going to get put off, you know, by ridiculous excuses. And when they give you those ridiculous excuses, you'll know exactly what it is to overcome. All right? So, let's talk about approaching and prospecting. See, there's really not that many phases to this business. I'm just really getting in depth and breaking some stuff down. You know, but things like approaching and prospecting. Look, these are the phases in this business. Contact and expose. All right? Present. All right? And then there's train. And then there's, during the training, you're just teaching them to repeat the process. That's it. That's about it. All right? But now let's start.